Hello and welcome to my channel, The Heart of Healing. My name is Lisa and I'm an intuitive artist, author and holistic therapist. I launched my website last year called LJWest-Art.com, so still relatively new and I'm still working on it. And I thought this would be a good time to create a channel so I can talk about my art, my love of holistic therapists, and also about my book as well. So what is intuitive art? There are many definitions on the internet of what intuitive art is. For me, it takes two different forms. So the first, I approach a painting without any idea of what I'm going to create, and the second comes from a thought or idea that I then must connect to my intuition to figure out how to create. My journey with intuitive art started on the 27th of May 2015. I attended an intuitive art workshop in Godshill on the Isle of Wight. There was a 3-hour workshop where you had an introduction to intuitive art, and then we did a dragon meditation, and then using just our fingers, canvas and oil paint, we began to create our pieces. As we went through, we each stepped back periodically to have a look at each other's piece and to see what kind of images were appearing. We were all amazed at the colours and images, and it was really enjoyable. So my finished painting, you can see here, I called Peyote. This is because it reminded me of an image on a card in my American Indian Life Path deck. So Peyote means new abilities, and that developing these abilities will enhance growth. By working through fear and limiting beliefs, I could discover these new abilities and that all goals were possible. There's other images as well within my painting that I've also circled for you to see. One is an image of a woman who looks like she's giving Reiki healing to a child, and which definitely resonated with me as a Reiki master. My second is a bird carrying an egg within its wings, and this bird and egg also appeared in further paintings that I did later on. And also in the middle there's a woman stretching up to the sun, which reminded me of a sun salutation in yoga. So this workshop introduced me to a whole new way of creating. I always enjoyed creating and have tried different crafts over the years. I've had a shop twice now where I did hand painted crafts in the past, when glass painting was in and things like that, so I did quite a lot of that before. So it's not brand new, but this was definitely a new technique for me. My worry after this was whether I would be able to do it again. So once I was out of this workshop and at home and I'd bought some paints and some canvases, I then sat down and think, what if I can't do it again? I'm not in that sort of space. I haven't done that meditation with people. What if I couldn't do it again? But it did take me a few tries, and then I found a technique that works for me. So as I've already mentioned, I'm a Reiki master. So Reiki is a healing technique which is based on the principle that the therapist can channel energy into the patient by means of touch or hands above the body. The energy activates the natural healing processes of the patient's body and then restores physical and emotional well-being. So I open my Reiki up and I use this to connect to my creativity, my higher self, my guardian angels, spirit guides, universal light and elemental spirits. So I ask the Reiki energy to connect with all these beings and bring healing energy and messages from them through my paintings. So this technique works for me and it's based on my beliefs, but I believe that intuitive art can be created using a technique which works for you and is not fixed in stone. So some of my paintings have come from self-meditations as well, and even thoughts or images that I've received, but I still approach the painting in the same way and connect to my Reiki and my intuition before I proceed. The problem I had was that I've such a strong connection to my paintings that I haven't actually been able to part with them yet. So I decided to merchandise them instead. You can see from some of these images, I've done some art prints. This one at the top is grounding and transformation. This actually came from a meditation, and then I wanted to sort of turn it into a painting. It's quite a big painting, my original piece there. There's also some tote bags that I've done. I've done some notebooks, key rings, coasters, fridge magnets, makeup bags, and I'm always creating new ideas and seeing what I can do with them. So this is just an introduction, really, just to start you off, and then I'm hoping to talk to you again soon. Thank you for listening. Bye.